Om. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambha, Shankaracharya Madhyama, Asmadacharya Paryanta, Vande Guru Parampara. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you to today's session of YogaVashishta. We are studying YogaVashishta. I am reading from a book published by Ramakrishna Math. It is in Telugu. I am translating it into English freely as I read it. I am not a Pandita, I am not a Jnani, I am not a Guru. I am just conducting this session so that I can learn. That is the purpose of my reading this book. So we are in the 8th chapter, and in the 8th chapter, Rama was explaining his what is there in his mind to Vishwamitra Rishi and all the other people in the court. He was explaining the dispassion that he has. He was saying, people run after the asat. These pleasures of the world, the pleasures in the world are asat. Everything is maya, illusion, delusion. Still, people run after the sensory pleasures. In the forest of sensory pleasures, one will be blindly running. In a forest, there is a big pit. In that pit, some deer fell down. But those deer were eating the leaves there and passing time, thinking that we are fine. After some time, they realize we are stuck in this pit, and they become sorrowful. Similarly, because of the attachment of the likes and dislikes of the senses and sensory pleasures, this is the pit that we are in. And we are bound by various desires. After many lifetimes, we realize, oh, I am stuck in this ignorance. It takes lifetimes to get that knowledge. Now you tell me, what is the use of all this kingdom, palaces to me? In these pleasures of the palace, why should I be bound? Why should I take them to be permanent and spend my time there? Who am I? Where all this world, which is full of pain and pleasure, how did I arrive in this world? How did I get into this world? Why did I come here? What is my reality? What is my true nature? Why did I get this body? And how did I get this body? Leaving off all these philosophical questions, how can I immerse myself in the pleasures of the palace? Let the pleasures and wealth, let them come. They're all mithya, they're all temporary. Let them be there. But I don't want to be deluded by them. O Mahatma Vishwamitra, thinking like this on so many angles, I am doing vicharana. I am doing introspection and careful investigation into the reality of the world. So, a person who is an ajnani, who doesn't investigate, who doesn't question, who is not philosophical, he will take the world to be real and he will enjoy the pleasures of the world. He will find the world tasty. But because I am philosophically analyzing the world, I developed a distaste for the world. Let us say a passenger is passing through a village. He is going fast, he is walking fast to reach his destination. He has to reach his destination. On the way, he finds a um, burial ground. He doesn't pay attention to that. Similarly, these sense pleasures are like burial grounds to me. I don't want to spend my time on these sense pleasures. I am not at all finding a permanent peace. We are all stuck in this samsara, going through repeated life and death. We are taking birth, we are dying. Birth, life, happiness, sorrow, pain, pleasure, anger, weakness, all these are coming and going. The samsara is giving so many emotions and so many problems, happinesses. It is giving in a continuous motion. How to be unaffected by the samsara? This question, I am thinking about it day and night. If there is a tree and at the root of the tree some fire is put, the tree is dying from inside, but outside its branches are giving shade or some wind. Even though the jivas in the samsara, they appear to be happy, from inside their fire is there. They are crying silently from inside. This is the state of the samsara, jivas in the samsara. Every minute, every second, we are crying from inside. Outside, we are having so many activities. We are passing time. But inside, everybody is crying. There is no end to the suffering of the jivas in the samsara. Again and again, we get some pleasures repeatedly. We get some pleasures again and again, but that is also not giving permanent happiness. Just like a bamboo stick makes sound, empty sound. Bamboo stick is empty from inside, and when the air enters that bamboo stick, it makes sound. Similarly, we are just making sounds. We are not talking from the heart. Everybody are talking, but they are not talking from the heart. They are just making sounds. We are like stones from inside. Are we greater than stones? Are we any greater than stones? Because there is no permanent solution to the suffering that we undergo. Just like a very poor person, let us say there is a poor person, he doesn't have any money, but he has given birth to many children. He cannot feed them. Similarly, we are like that poor person, and we are undergoing various things coming and going. We are not able to get out of this. This wealth and prosperity, which we think gives happiness, actually makes us greedy, attached, and jealous of others. These are the wild animals. Greed, jealousy, and pride are the wild animals in the forest of ignorance. Okay, if we know this, can I renounce them and go away somewhere? Can I renounce this property, this pleasures, and this relatives? And can I renounce and go away from here? It is not possible. I cannot go anywhere. So, looking at this, I am getting very sad. Just because my parents will feel bad, I'm not crying. Oh Maharshi, in this world, people are not thinking properly. They are not investigating properly. They are not doing vicharana. Everywhere, people are going through the motions without thinking, without actually putting their mind. They are not analyzing things. There is a lot of ignorance, stupidity, and idiocy everywhere. The indriyas, the sense organs, have sense objects. They are the thieves. They steal the viveka, the intelligence, and the analytical capabilities of the mind. They steal them. We are not able to realize the thieves called sense pleasures. People say, I have acquired these things, these belong to me. I have a lot of famous, I became famous. All these are like empty slogans. We are passing time like this, wastefully. Those sense pleasures and ajnana, the ignorance of the persons, we are not able to stop that. Our body, mind is not capable of stopping the ignorance. Whatever we learned, the shastras and astras, they are not capable of removing the ignorance. Only the Brahmajnanis like you can remove this ignorance. O Munisreshta, best among sages. This is ninth chapter. We are all thinking that wealth is greatest thing in this world. That is because of our ignorance. Can anybody become really happy and peaceful just by money alone? A person with a lot of effort earns spends effort, his intelligence, his energy, his time to earn money, thinking that in future I will be happy after earning money. Many days pass. In his efforts, some of his efforts are fruitful, some of them fail. Don't they recognize that the valuable time, the life is being wasted? All animals, insects, all have food, sleep, fear, and sex. All spend their time with that. Is human life is also like that? Is there anything greater than that? Just to earn money, increasing the money, a person encounters many dangers, fears, and does many evil acts also, and he gets angry. And the mind becomes very agitated, unhappy. Have you realized that those who don't have money will be sorrowful? That person will say, "Oh, I don't have money. That person has money." He will say that, and he will be unhappy. Those who have money, they are not saying, "I have permanent happiness." Those who have money are also not saying, "I am permanently happy and peaceful." This is very magical and very surprising thing. This money doesn't see that the person is really good person or bad person. Money stays with bad persons also and good persons also. And it doesn't stay in one with one person for a long time. This money goes from one person to another person, just like a monkey which is stepped on a fire. If you do a war or gambling or you deceive someone or you are greedy, still after doing all this adharma also, you will get money. Money can grow with adharma. Therefore, where there is money, we cannot guarantee that there is dharma. There can be adharma. A snake drinks milk, but it emits poison. Similarly, those who earn money, a lot of money, who are after money, this human being emits kama, krodha, lobha, moha, desire, anger, greed, jealousy, pride. He will emit that. A person who is of a great intellect, who is a very great person, who likes people, but once he tastes the money and power, he becomes a katinatma. His heart turns to stone, and he becomes a stupid. Stupid in the sense not stupid that he doesn't understand, but he becomes insensitive to others. Because if a gem falls in dirt, it will accumulate dirt. what is surprising is, if there is a person who has lot of money, people will speak badly about him. A person, you cannot find a person who doesn't praise himself. You cannot find a political leader who treats everybody equally. So you cannot find these three people in the world. What you cannot find? A rich man who people don't despise, and you don't find a person who doesn't praise himself, and also you don't find a political leader who has equal eye on all his subjects. In the ant hill, there is a serpent, there is a snake. On top of the ant hill, there is a plant, flower plant. Similarly, this money is like that. To look like, it looks like a flower, but at the root of it, there is a snake. Snake of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsari. Because of this money, people lose reason. They cannot think right. It will give bad habits. A person will forget his truthful nature. However, this hypocrisy, and people become hypocritical because of money. They lose good qualities. Those who have money only as their primary objective in life, they fall. They make friendship with wrong people, with bad people, bad company. They make friendship with greedy people, and they lose the company of the gunavanta, a buddhivanta, a good person. And if you look at the end result, this money doesn't stay with the person for long. It just moves. A person spends all his time earning money for his family and friends. But when he becomes old, or when he loses money, they will not pay attention to him. They will reject him or her. And while earning all this money, the body becomes old and becomes infirm. It becomes weak. And at the end, on the deathbed, he will be crying. Do I have to leave all this money and go? What happens to my wealth after I go? What happens to my house? He will be crying. And this money is external to a person, but it attracts a person so much. This is very surprising. Along with money, delusion, bad habits, fighting with relatives, fear of thieves, and one may go to prison if you don't pay taxes, fear of death. All these bad things are associated with money. People know all this, but still they don't pay attention. They still run after money. Money is chanchala, kshanika, temporary. Therefore, if a person thinks that money gives happiness, this is nothing but delusion. To deceive a person, there is nothing greater than money. Where there is a desire for money, there jnana, wisdom, and Vairagya, dispassion, cannot stay. With this, 9th chapter is ended. Thank you very much. Let us end the class. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanam. Thank you very much.